City of Angels. It's the Late Late Show with Craig Kilborn. Tonight, the star of City of Angels. Hey, I just said that. It's Blair Underwood. And from the Man Show, man oh man, it's Manly Jimmy Kimmel. Plus jokes about Ted Kaczynski that may give Craigers the nickname the Unit Joker. Ladies and gentlemen, Craig Kilborn. Welcome to your Late Late Show. My name is Craig Kilborn, and I just want to start off with what I call some love advice for the fellas. A little love advice for the fellas. And I learned the hard way. If your girlfriend asks you how many women you have slept with, never say, "You mean since you went out to pick up the groceries?" Mistake. Just a little love advice for the fellas. Still cold in New York City, okay? It was so cold today that supermodels had to stick a frostbitten finger down their throats. And thanks to the cold weather, baseball great Darryl Strawberry saved $50 because his zipper was frozen shut. Saved $50. Do you guys like astronomy, right? Astronomy? Well, astronomers say that the moon will turn a bright red tomorrow night during a spectacular total lunar eclipse. In fact, about the only thing that'll be a brighter shade of red tomorrow night, John Rocker's neck. Listen to this. Listen to this. There are rumors that Oprah, the Big O, is considering getting married. Apparently, she relented when her longtime boyfriend, Stedman Graham, uttered those three magic words, House of Pancakes. So, there we go. Big show tonight. There we go. Everyone's talking about the new CBS drama. It's called City of Angels. The star Blair Underwood is here tonight. And if you guys want to talk good looking, and who doesn't want to talk good looking, look at that. There's your Blair right there. Look at that. Huh? And the scrubs and everything? Okay. I guess a lot of men in the audience tonight. That's good. From the Man Show and the new film Down to You, the lovely Jimmy Kimmel is here. Before I continue, I've been kind of messed up lately, and I just want to take a second to collect my thoughts. So I'll be right back. I just need to think just for a second. This is so embarrassing. I'm usually such a together guy, but I feel so confused. I try and do the show, but all I can think about is that voice, that face, that Stuart Little. Oh, I know he's a mouse, and a boy mouse at that, but I just can't stop daydreaming about him. And all the way from his masculine pink nose to his, how shall I put it, generous tail. On the writers' meeting this morning, I thought I was writing down my usual witty jokes and aphorisms, when all I was writing down was countless variations of Mrs. Craig Little. What am I, a schoolgirl? I eat, sleep, and breathe, Stuart. Last time I had sex with a woman, I insisted she squeak. Oh, Stuart, I wish you knew how I felt about you. I saw you Friday at that party at Jimmy Kahn's house. I tried to get your attention by doing a cannonball into the pool, but you just turned away. You don't even know I exist. Hello? Stuart! Saturday? Gee, I'll have to check my schedule. Of course I'll go out with you. Pick me up around 8. Bye. That was nobody. That was just a guy named Stuart, and he works on our show. Yeah, he's the guy who tells me it's time for In the News. That's it.
In the News is brought to you by 1-800-CALL-GOD. Talk directly to God or one of his elves.
Our top story, convicted Unabomber Theodore Kaczynski now says he was coerced into pleading guilty and wants an appeals court to allow a new trial. Prison guards have described Kaczynski as arrogant, hostile to America, and lacking all hygiene, a condition psychiatrists refer to as French. A state appellate judge says he will consider an appeal by Kaczynski as long as he, quote, faxes it. Kaczynski now claims he's sane, innocent, and that his story can be confirmed by his girlfriend, Jennifer Lopez. Last night, the Pentagon tested a new weapon in its anti-missile defense system, which unfortunately missed its intended target. I hate to say I told you so, but I predicted this exact outcome on last night's show. I predict the anti-missile defense test will fail. The mock warhead continued in an arc and eventually smashed safely into Fabio's nose. The defense system also had problems last month when it failed to intercept Bicentennial Man before it hit theaters. In a completely unrelated story, let's take one more look at Britney Spears at the American Music Awards. In sports news, it's official. Michael Jordan will be back in professional basketball, not as a player, but as the head of basketball operations for the Washington Wizards. According to Jordan, his first move will be, quote, firing every player and replacing them with me. Another Paris fashion house launched its spring collection yesterday. Savvy clothes buyers follow these fashion shows closely in order to learn what mental patients will be wearing this spring on the moon. On the moon. A recent Gallup poll indicates that people regard vision as the most important quality in a presidential candidate. The findings sent shockwaves to the campaign headquarters of Mr. Ray Charles.
And now it's time for our Coca-Cola CIA Joke of the Day.
The CIA is engaged in its first ever public recruiting campaign. The spy agency's recruiting effort appears to be working, although it's hard to tell because all of its classified ads are classified.
That was today's CIA Joke of the Day, brought to you as always by Coca-Cola.
In an interview with a Buffalo newspaper, Hillary Clinton said she plans to stay married to husband Bill for the rest of her life. President Clinton would not comment on his wife's statement because he was too busy looking for some rope in a nearby tree. A spokesman For Hillary said the First Lady wants to spend the rest of her life with the president because it's the only way she could possibly get even. A woman in Eugene, Oregon is hoping to change the way dogs eat by making gourmet dog food. Dog food is then meant to be washed down with an excellent vintage of Chateau, whatever's in the toilet. Since Monday, over 75 bottlenose dolphins have beached themselves along jagged shores in the Florida Keys. This is the biggest dolphin disaster since Saturday's 62-7 playoff loss. And finally, yesterday, Mike Tyson upset British feminists by calling them women who want to be men. British feminists responded to Tyson's comments saying they would be happy to act more like women if Tyson would lend them his voice. There's your news. We're right back with Blair Underwood.
And now it's time for Late Late Show staff members' favorite movie lines.
Well, I'm not really ready for a relationship, Lois, but thank you for asking. Maybe I'll give you a call sometime. Your number's still 911? All righty then.
The Late Late Show with Craig Kilborn, sponsored by Hallmark. Now there are hundreds of Hallmark cards for just 99 cents. Look for them everywhere Hallmark is sold.
Tomorrow on your Late Late Show, Al Franken. Friday, Freddie Prinze Jr., Mark McEwen from The Early Show, and Kenny Wayne Shepherd Band. We're going to meet Mr. Blair Underwood in a second, but first, let us take a moment for us. Okay. The big story this week is Whitney Houston getting caught with 15 grams of pot at an airport in Hawaii. Now, people, you know me. I live my life on the straight and narrow. I don't go in for the chronic. Heck, I've never been to a Woody Harrelson movie. But Whitney and I do have a lot in common. In our roles as goodwill ambassadors to the young people of the world, we both do a lot of traveling. And from one globetrotter to another, I have a couple travel hints I like to pass on to Whitney and maybe even some of our college viewers. Whitney, when you're traveling with your, I don't know, well, it could be anything. Let's just say it's smoked ham. And you're going through an international border or customs, you want to keep your smoked ham fresh, and the freshest place I can think of is in the heel of my shoe. Another option is baking it into brownies for your grandmother and let her bring them back into the country for you. But if you really want to keep that smoked ham fresh and you don't want it to skunk, my friend Snoop Dogg tells me you can put it in a prophylactic, a Trojan brand, and swallow it. You don't get fresher than that, people. Now, let's just say that a nice customs agent sees your smoked ham. My advice? It's always good manners to share. I think it was a mother who said, don't bogart that ham. And if he doesn't like ham, maybe he'd rather have some clams on the half shell from your wallet, maybe 100, maybe 200. If all else fails, do what I do. Look the official right in the eye and say, my ham belongs to Bobby Brown. There you go. There you go. A little advice. My first guest was the star of 1985's Crush Groove. Since then, he's never been far from prime time, first with L.A. Law and now with his new series, City of Angels, Wednesdays at 8 on CBS.
You've been up all night. You're tired. We'll talk later.
No. Tired's got nothing to do with it.
I'm giving you the benefit of a huge doubt. Don't press your luck. Out of here.
Blair Underwood, right here.
Oh, man.
I can't believe you mentioned Crush Groove. That's going back a ways. You guys remember Crush Groove?
Crush Groove, one of the great.
Don't see.
It was Sheila E. was in it.
Sheila E., Run DMC,
Run
the
DMC.
Fat Boys.
Wasn't Curtis Blow in it?
Yeah, Curtis Blow's in it. If you remember Russell Simmons, we all know Russell Simmons.
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
This is deep because I played Russell Simmons in that movie. This was my first movie, but it goes back a ways.
He's who did Curtis Blow play?
Curtis played Russell's best friend, and they were best friends at that time.
I looked it up today. It's kind of pathetic.
Did you?
And
that's scary, man.
Yeah. It said Curtis Blow as himself. He was Curtis Blow.
He was Curtis Blow.
And he still is.
And he still is.
Now, this show, City of Angels, a lot of buzz, and they say it's groundbreaking. Why is it groundbreaking?
Well, you know, there's the whole conversation of what I call the chocolate factor. You know, just a lot of brown faces in front of the camera.
Is this your term? Or
that's my term, the chocolate factor.
Okay, I cannot use that.
Sure you can.
I don't think I will.
Yeah, you roll with it. Let it marinate.
I can use the vanilla factor, but I can't.
It works for you.
I don't think I can use the...
But they say it's groundbreaking in that respect because a lot of so-called dramas with a lot of the chocolate factor mixed in have not lasted for more than one season. But once we get beyond that, the show was just fun. It just started last week. It aired again tonight at 8 o'clock. So we hope you watch. It's good fun. We have Vivica Fox, who's been on this show.
Vivica A. Fox. Yeah. She's good.
Beautiful and sexy.
What do you play?
I play Ben Turner, who's the chief of surgery at this hospital.
So you're the lead doctor?
He's the lead doctor.
And what does Vivica play?
She would be my boss, actually.
What does she do?
She's the medical director of the hospital, and we have a history whereby 7 years prior to the first episode, we were supposed to be married, and I left her 3 days before the wedding.
Okay.
I had jitters. I had cold feet.
Right. So you're
you know, the commitment thing, a little commitment phobia.
So
fellas understanding that.
She's in administration.
Yeah.
And she's making sure people fill out the forms, and you're a doctor saving lives.
That's right.
So I'm sure at one point you guys are going to get it on.
We have a little lip lock going on.
I mean, get it on. Logically, it leads to that, I believe.
And we go there. Actually, the episode that aired tonight, there was a little lip lock in the closet.
Why? In the workplace. In the workplace. How come these black dramas haven't done as well? Because a lot of black comedies have done well over the years.
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, the people, I think the networks have always really underestimated the audience. And so-called black dramas, like any other drama, you have to promote it.
Yeah.
And CBS has been incredible promoting this show.
Well, you're here tonight. This is if you don't get promotion here.
That's right. But you need that. You've been there for us.
Right. Is it it's an all-black cast?
No, it really isn't. I mean, there's 8 out of the 10 are African American, but I mean, we have everybody in the show. We have.
Could a guy like me be a guest? I would have to be a guest star. Would I'd be a patient that had to die within the first 10 minutes?
No,
you can't be,
man.
How would it work? I could be on?
Yeah, you should. We should design a whole show around you.
That's a little dangerous.
Come in for surgery, then I'll do the surgery on you.
That's a little. They're actually saying, because this is a doctor show, that you won't say it, but you're the George Clooney. You're the big star of the show, aren't you?
Uh-oh. Aren't you? He said you can't say it, but aren't you?
You are.
Gonna say that, man.
You are the star, right?
There are 10 stars on the show.
I do. Blair is the lead. He is the star. He is the George Clooney. And let me just say, CBS is behind you. The critics love the show. And so is this. The Late Late Show is behind Blair Underwood. Yeah. And I'll tell you something. And I'll tell you, Blair, we always have great audiences, but usually the mix is a little, there's more women than tonight. And I put up your picture, and I heard 3 women, but we have guys, we have an overabundance of men tonight. Gosh darn it, man, I'm going to put the picture up again, and you're going to have to cheer and woo for that. Look at the gorgeous Blair Underwood. Give us some love. Are you? Are you the? Some people say you're the next Denzel. That's how big.
Well, I tell you, Denzel, I have great respect for that man. He's come a long way, and you know what? That would be a compliment.
Yeah,
definitely.
If this City of Angels does well, you're Denzel.
Will I'll be the Denzel?
Yeah, because he's old now. You're in your mid-30s and he's in his mid-40s. We looked that up today.
Yeah, but he's still doing his thing. Yeah. Very, very much so.
Tell the people, I thought this was interesting, how you actually got your start. Because you were in college at Carnegie Mellon.
Yeah, Carnegie Mellon in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And, you know, it was one of those things where the money just got tight. And in my third year, I had to leave. And I decided to take what I had $200 in my pocket, go to New York and see what would happen. And actually, my mother drove me up to New York. And
you thought about acting before this or not?
Yeah, I was in college training for acting.
Theater, okay.
Actually, yeah, theater. And my teacher at school, Billy Wilson, said, when you get to New York, I'll introduce you to my agent. He did so, and on that day, it was a weekend, really, I think it was this week, actually, 15 years ago, almost, third week in January.
You were in New York just for a few weeks?
Yeah, for a day, just to kind of check the situation out. And he said, listen, they're casting at the Cosby Show. And this was in their first season. They were brand new. If you remember the Cosby Show, when they hit, it was a huge phenomenon. He said, just go down and meet Cosby and see what happens. And make a long story short, I did, met the man. I walked in the room, and he said, you know, how old are you? And I said, look, I'm as old as I have to be, as old as I need to be. And he said, can you dance? Because I had to dance, do some moving around. And I said, I can move a little bit. And that was it. And that was my beginning. That was my first
That's
start.
pretty lucky. That's pretty fortunate that quickly.
It was very fortunate, real fast.
And you played the boyfriend?
I played Lisa Bonet's boyfriend.
That's always fun, isn't it?
You know, it's a
that's a good first job.
Yeah, it was great.
I think you need to repay Dr. Cosby, and you have to get him on your show, City of Angels, in the operating room with his Temple.
Slice and dice.
Yeah, with his Temple sweatshirt on there, operating. You owe him one because he gave you.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. I'll do a free surgery on him.
Like to hear that. Are you ready? I know you're good with 5 questions. We did that at the old place.
We did this the last time.
Yeah. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it, man.
When we come back, 5 questions with Blair Underwood.
And now it's time for Late Late Show staff members' favorite movie lines.
Let's try and complete this mission successfully.
Back with Blair Underwood. You also had time before City of Angels. You just filmed a movie?
Yeah, it's a film called Rules of Engagement. You'll start to hear a lot about it coming up soon. It opens March 31st with Tommy Lee Jones, Sam Jackson. And I play a Marine captain. And there's a gentleman by the name of Captain Dale Dye. And he takes actors. He did this with Platoon and with Saving Private Ryan and many others. But he takes actors out in military movies on basic training for 6-7 days, a week, 2 weeks at a time.
I've heard about this.
Man, it's incredible. And puts them through real basic
You
training.
had to go through this.
Went to Morocco, shot in Morocco for a month. Now I'm all excited because I'm going to Africa, do this movie. I'm feeling pretty good about things. Get off the plane after traveling, what, 15, 20 hours. Take us in a bus straight to him.
Yeah.
And this man, as soon as you get off the bus, he's in your face. Get off the bus. I don't care who you are. You know what you did. There are no trailers here. You know, shave that. I had a goatee at the time. Shave that damn goatee. You know, get to your bunker. And he was tough, man. But
why do you guys have to really go through that? Can't you act without going through that?
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean.
But I got to tell you, I'm actually glad I went through it. It's probably one of the most amazing acting exercises that I had ever done because we were 7 days, 6 nights in the Sahara Desert. Sleeping on the rocks all day long.
Did you
in
have,
the heat.
what were you guys eating?
What they call it, MREs, meals ready to eat, and packages like
that's
K-rations.
disgusting. That is terrible.
It was rough, but you know, it's like when you have a teacher in school who pushes you to the utmost, and you're cussed them out at the time.
Yeah.
But in hindsight, you look back and say, well, you know what? I'm glad I went through that experience.
Did you beat anybody up?
I was cussing him out at the time, though. I was not having him.
I would have knocked somebody down.
Great respect for him.
Yeah. Well, like one of your other actors, just you know, punch him out. You're angry.
I thought about that many times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That comes out. It comes out in March. It's called Rules of Engagement.
Yeah.
With Tommy Lee, you said?
Tommy Lee Jones.
Oh, Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones.
5 questions. Here we go. All right. We start with geography. You were born in Tacoma, Washington.
Right.
What expression do locals use to describe the smell coming from the paper mill up in, where is it? Up in Fife?
Funky.
Funky?
Funky Fife.
It's the Tacoma aroma. We can't accept that. That's very different. Spam is to Hormel, as deviled ham is to...
Underwood.
That is correct.
I got
that is correct. Okay, here's my favorite. You were in the unforgettable hip-hop film Crush Groove with the unforgettable hip-hop group New Edition. Other than Ralph Tresvant, name the other 4 members of New Edition.
Well, one just almost got busted with his wife for the weed. That would be Bobby Brown.
Bobby Brown is one.
That would be Michael Bivins.
Michael Bivins, correct?
Yeah, that would be Ronnie DeVoe.
Yes.
That's it.
One more.
Oh.
You forgot from...
No.
Yeah, you just named three. You said Bivins, Bobby Brown...
And Ralph Tresvant.
And besides Ralph Tresvant, the guy from...
Good question, good...
No, it's from blank DeVoe. Remember?
Ronnie DeVoe.
From Belle Biv DeVoe.
Bell Biv. Ricky Bell.
Yes,
Ricky
there
Bell.
it is.
Thank you. They're like, come on, man.
This is tough. What might you call a bustling metropolis full of Kate Jacksons, Farrah Fawcett's, and Cheryl Ladd's?
That would be a city of angels.
Bingo. Bingo. We've never done this before. We're testing you. You play a doctor, obviously. Okay,
Right.
A rare live fifth question. Say hello to prop master Todd Bartell right over here, everybody.
Hi, Blair. I'm lethargic. My joints ache. My skin's kind of yellowy. What's wrong with me?
That would have to be jaundice.
What did you say, jaundice?
Jaundice.
That is correct.
Jaundice. I'm doing my homework.
There it is. 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5?
That's a good score.
Better than the last time.
Yes. Good to see you again.
You too, Chris.
Good luck. City of Angels. Blair Underwood. We'll be right back with Jimmy Kimmel.
And now it's time for Late Late Show staff members' favorite movie lines.
Oh, what a terrible time to be alive.
Coming up next, you asked for a man on the show. Well, we've got one. From The Man Show, Jimmy Kimmel. Plus, how to unleash those exotic eyelashes. All that and more right after this.
Welcome back. He's backstage and he looks good. Jimmy Kimmel, we're going to meet him in a second. But first, let's take a look at a new movie that's certain to generate a lot of buzz at the box office.
Boom, 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 boom.
This Friday, prepare for a movie with some jabs.
Some jabs!
Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom.
No groveling.
No groveling.
Boom, 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 boom.
A sexy talking woman who just leaves the top down so she can get some sun.
Just leave the top down so I can get some sun.
Boom, 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 boom.
And a guy with a Spanish accent who doesn't have anything to say in this.
Don't I have anything to say in this?
Boom, 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 boom.
If you see one movie this month, make it...
Damn it, Caesar, because I said so!
Damn it, Caesar, 'cause I said so. At theaters nationwide.
Looks good. It looks good. My next guest is a TV legend. It was his idea to put women on trampolines and tape it for Comedy Central's The Man Show. And you can also see him in the movie Down to You, opening Friday.
That's your problem right there. You're not much of a guy, Al, I gotta say.
I'm trying to respect her.
Al, can I... By the way, can I call you Alice? Let me tell you what women respect. Not being respected.
Let's go to the audience, see if they have any questions for Al. You.
Hey, Al, could you cross your legs for me? Your panties are starting to show.
This is Jimmy Kimmel. So much to talk about.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure.
So much to talk about.
I'm glad that I've dreamed about being on the show since I was a little boy.
Oh, you...
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you used to watch the show when you were a kid?
Well, not a little kid. I don't want to make you feel old. But
right.
Yeah, you know, my high school years,
It
sure.
is, thank you. It is good to see you.
Yeah.
A huge fan of yours. And before we get to the Jimmy Kimmel, the movie star, which is shocking me, we have to talk about you've left Win Ben Stein's Money.
Well, yeah, I taped my last appearance on Win Ben Stein's Money, but it actually will air through I don't know, like September 2005.
Okay.
Yeah. But no, yeah, I am. I have finished.
Well, I thought you and Ben were, you know.
Well, that's the problem. Ben and I are. The problem with Ben is he likes to play grab ass, as you probably know. You had him on the show last week. He's all hands, and he's just a lot of touching in inappropriate areas, and I'd had enough of it.
So you don't go to management. You don't go to management. You don't call your agent and say, I can't work in these conditions. You just leave the show.
No, I don't. That's, you know, I do the man's way, and I say, stop it. Right. You know. So.
Can Ben survive without you?
I certainly hope so. I really do. But I think they'll be fine. I mean, it's a good show, and you know, they seem to think that it's some big tragedy, but believe me, they'll be fine.
Okay, who are they going to get to replace you?
I think they're talking to Jimmy Walker about the gig. No, I don't know who they're going to get. I don't know. You're not interested, are you?
No, that's fine.
No, okay.
That's it. No. The movie now. The movie is called Down to You.
Yes, yes.
And you are now going to be a movie star. You and Adam Carolla are going to do movies together. Abbott and Costello.
Well, I don't know that we're going to do movies together. We did this movie, and we're in it. Actually, Eddie Murphy was in Best Defense longer than we're in this movie. There's a reference for you, kids.
Yeah.
No, we're that clip that you saw was actually longer than our appearance in the movie, but we're not really in it that much. Yeah.
Are you here to promote that movie?
Sure. I mean, whatever. You know? I mean, whatever you want to watch. I'm on a lot of different stuff.
So you're not in it. You're not in it particularly long, but they're going to use you because you are a promo machine. You're very popular with the young people.
I guess. You know, I'm in the trailer and stuff like that. I guess what they felt is that with Freddie Prinze Jr., they had the guys, and with Adam and I, they wanted to bring the chicks in. You know, you get a couple of hunks.
There you go. There you go. Do you want to do movies? Because I'm predicting something for you. I think you could be.
You think so?
The next Denzel.
Yeah, I think I could be more likely, yeah, I'll be the next overweight comedy fatality, I think, is what my future holds.
That's good.
Yeah.
But you're serious about doing this, right? Are you just going to do the Man Show and movies,
Listen,
or what?
Let me tell you something, Craig.
Talk to me.
Here's what happened, all right? They said, hey, do you want to do this movie about 2 days before they were supposed to shoot? I said, I can't. I'm going to Vegas this weekend. They said, we really need you. I said, I got to go to Vegas this weekend. They said, you know what? We'll put you and your friends on a private plane and fly you to Vegas and back if you do it. I said, I'm in.
Yeah, that's easy.
I'm in the
that's
movie
easy.
business.
Of course you right. All right, can we talk about the NFL pregame show on Fox?
Yes, sure.
What is that? There is some controversy. You do a very funny bit there, I think, each week, right?
Yeah, some people don't think it's so funny, though.
So some of the critics don't like it. Sometimes they kind of warm to you in mid-season.
Yeah, well, they really, really, really hated me at first. And then they started to come around. They say, you know, this guy's okay. They declared me the worst decision of the century and all kinds of things. And then they started, yeah, this guy's all right. He's actually pretty funny. And now I think they're just starting to hate me again. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Just as the Super Bowl approaches, right?
Yeah, as it starts to get serious, they have less time for my nonsense.
Right.
I mean, I had guys punching each other in the nuts and stuff last week. And, you know, these sports guys, these sports writers, they don't go for that stuff.
It's life and death with those people.
They like Dick Schaap.
Right. Dick doesn't. I thought Dick would like you, actually.
No, I don't know.
Does Terry Bradshaw? Now he won't utter your name on the show?
Yeah, he won't say my name on television. Although he seems to do it every week. I'm not sure if he actually hates me or not, but he sure seems to. He, you know, I don't know if you noticed this about Terry, but he's bald. And apparently, up until I started appearing on the show, he was unaware of that fact.
So you point that out to him?
Yeah, I point it out like every other week, and he gets mad, you know. But, you know, Terry Bradshaw, he's not your regular TV guy. He was raised by goats. People don't realize.
You don't realize this about Terry.
He's a hillbilly,
yeah. So you're not going to play a practical joke on him, are you?
On Terry Bradshaw?
Yeah.
No.
They hinted that you might.
You know what, actually, I'm going to do? I'll tell you what I'm going to do this week. I will sometimes, and he's probably not what. He probably doesn't even have a TV set.
He doesn't.
He's marching around with his banjo and his clogs on right now. What I'm going to do this week is I'm going to do Terry Bradshaw. I'm going to actually become the man. And
on your little bit on Fox.
On the show, I have a bald wig and everything like that. And he's going to really, it's really going to piss him off. It's great for me because I get to, not only do I get to watch football games on Sunday, which I love, but it's like I've planted a whoopee cushion on their seats, and I get to sit there and watch their reaction to something they haven't seen yet.
You come back from your bit, and they're sitting there, and Howie Long is laughing, and Terry Bradshaw it's red right here.
He's mad.
He's very upset. And this is your last weekend, right?
Yeah, this is my last weekend.
Because the season ends.
Unless they'll let me on ABC, I don't know.
Yeah, unless you jump to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
How is your wife, by the way? We should point out that you are you play a chauvinist pig on Man Show, but you're happily married
too. Yeah.
Oh, at home?
Well, let's not go crazy with the happily. My wife is fine. This morning, although we had a little issue because. And this is not one of those comedian this morning stories. This was this morning. This morning we had an issue because I woke up to the sounds of Martha Stewart preparing some praline cookies. And my wife was watching really seriously, and you know, I'm watching her and she's showing how to cook them, and I thought, wait a minute, you never cook anything. What are you watching this for? And I realized that she's substituted actual kitchen time for the Martha Stewart TV watching.
I see.
So unless I learn how to eat my television set,
yes. Her way of cooking is to watch Martha cook.
I slaved over a hot remote all day today.
That's good. Other than that, it's going pretty well with your wife?
Things are going well. Yeah, sure. Masturbating constantly. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Did everybody hear that?
You're sorry.
It's Game-O-Matic with Jimmy when he comes back. Very excited.
If you're going to be in the LA area and wish to do something absolutely free, like attending a taping of The Late Late Show, call us at 213-833-6469 or visit our website at www.cbs.com.
Stop! Dole Culture Quiz! Wow. Jimmy, here are the rules. Now, you're playing for a T-shirt. Here we go.
In Culture Quiz, refined and sophisticated Jimmy Kimmel will have 45 seconds to name high-culture shibboleths. That's a fancy way of saying things, Jimmy. 5 or better is a winning score. Bon chance, James.
All right, we need 60 on the 45 or 60 on the CBS Eye, and we're going to go 5 or better. 45, and we go 5 or better for a T-shirt. Number 1, you take a date here to see Carmen. It's not over until the fat lady sings. This is culture stuff. Where would you take a woman?
Carmen Electra?
No, a date to see the Carmen.
It's, the opera.
Yes, the opera.
Yeah, sure.
This artist painted plump, nude women. His name could also be multiple sandwiches, pastrami or corned beef, Swiss cheese with sauerkraut, Thousand Island dressing.
I have no freaking idea. Reuben.
Yeah.
Rubens.
Yes, Rubens.
Herman.
The architect who designed Falling Water and the Guggenheim Museum.
I am peeing.
I am, no.
Pee?
No.
No.
Not right, but...
Frank Lloyd Wright?
Yes.
Not right.
Not wrong. More time. Give him a little more time.
Keep going, Regis. Come on now.
He composed 9 symphonies. He was deaf.
Beethoven.
Yes. We only need one more. Absurdist artistic movement which started in Paris after World War I attempted to suppress the logical relationship between thought and statement.
Cirque du Soleil.
Pass. That's Dadaism. We can't accept that. Let me see which one. Go down to number 9 if you can.
Yeah, give me number 9.
Stone Cold Steve Austin belongs to this group of athletes whose sport dates back to ancient Greece.
Well, that would be wrestlers.
And what's the name of the
wrestling? Greco-Roman wrestling.
And what's the name of the organization?
Oh, the WCW or WWF?
Yes.
Thank you.
The WWF.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for playing.
All right.
Big hand for movie star Jimmy Kimmel. We'll be right back after this.
All right.
And now it's time for Late Late Show staff members' favorite movie lines.
You're gonna look pretty dumb eating corn on the cob with no teeth.
So you get to go on the road for the NFC Championship game?
I'm going to St. Louis, and I'm going to kick some ass when I get there, too. That's right.
The Tampa Bay Bucks are playing, and you're going to do, what are you going to do? Are you going to be allowed in the studio with Terry?
Oh, no. They'll never let me allowed in the studio. Are you kidding?
Why are you going to be there?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
You're just
No, I'm going to be there. I'm going to do my stupid stuff, but I'm doing it from St. Louis.
From far.
Yeah, but they believe me, they will never, ever let me on live. I challenge those bastards to put me on live. They're terrified to put me on because they think I'm going to use foul language, but I'm above that.
You would never use foul language.
No, I would never, ever do something like that.
Al Franken tomorrow. Good night, everybody.
And now it's time for Late Late Show staff members' favorite movie lines.
No, I asked for mustard with that.